Da-da-da-da. Thing. Is the noise of the heater going to be a problem? I don't care, I'm cold. So, this is the sketchbook that I've had since the beginning of college, in all of its stickered and ripped up glory. Life has been hectic and I haven't been able to do anything big, so I figured, why not give a tour? Also, a quick disclaimer, I'm probably not going to be showing every page in the final cut. Not because there's anything bad in here, it's just I'm not comfortable with showing everything. There's some things that I just didn't like, you know. I got a whole new set of pencils the same week that I got this book with a bunch more colors, and this is me testing out some of them. Very impressed with how straight this line is. That was the view from my dorm window. This one aged well. Chase and Henrik! Oh my gosh, there's so much ego-verse art in the first, like, half of this, and there probably will still be more. I tried to make her visor say, Among Us. Ooh, bigger version of the tiny thing. Which I never finished, actually. I just cropped it off. Who's this? Whose eyes? Oh, there's the first things that I just never finished. There's a lot of things that I just didn't come back to. Me too. Yeah, I'm feeling that. This is the one that Nate called out on stream because I posted on the Reddit that was promptly abandoned. This is still one of my proudest moments. Not one of my favorite arts, though. Very short-lived furry arc. This page was in a video before. Oh, I really like these, actually. Love the shapes. This is where the Rowlet hyperfixation started. And these were for an abandoned dating sim project that I was recruited for. Ah, lesbians! Oh, this one was cute. This is how all of the Alterverse characters draw themselves. Very fun playing with style. I still think this one is my favorite. Entire page of Rowlet. Likely thing for me to do. He's so small on the branch. I love him. I like these two just chatting over here, having average ghost type conversations, whatever those may entail. I wish these snowflakes hadn't smudged so much. However, it does make them look slightly more like snowflakes. One of my favorite phantom drawings I've ever done. I love it. Followed immediately by marketable plushies. I think these next couple pages were some OC work for a story that I had been writing and have partially abandoned. It's just not realistic for me to complete right now, but I still think about it from time to time and think it would be cool to finish eventually. Someday. Love the pose on this one. Oh, it was broken up by Mermaid. I love the depth on this one. Lots of layers. Ooh, here are some fake Mon concepts that I abandoned. Toxical is still my favorite. Look at that face. He is so untrustworthy. Five-O, my boy! I think about you all the time. I promise I'll finish your story. I forget what I did to achieve this graffiti. I think it might have been a whiteout marker with things drawn over it, but I love how bold it is in contrast to everything else. They are an artist, so I wanted it to be really poppy. Ooh, that's cool though. I say again, Scribble Ante is best ante, because you can just do so much shape with it. Here's some more OC work. These are from the same universe, but their designs were never finished. They were meant to be the, like, mentors of that world. And also, Joker Badu is here. Why So Society. I saw this outfit in a dream, and I just had to recreate it. I don't think it's exactly how it appeared, but mwah, beautiful. The Widow Guys. This was also pre-Scarlet and Violet. This was nearly everybody that had been announced that I could fit into a team of 6. They were just all so small, and I had to appreciate them all. And I did use all of them at one point in the game, except Fuecoco, because you could only do one starter. most fabulous Marvin outfit. I designed this look all the way back in like 2020 and then just kept updating it. First D&D character whose story hasn't been touched in years. I promise I will do something to you too, sweetie. Oh, this was the first concept art of my starters. Things definitely changed about their designs from this to me making their evolutionary lines. They are still very nice. And then there's a JJ on the bottom, because I wanted to draw him wearing a sweater vest. Here's the Pokemon from memory page. I did not space these out very well. I constantly think about this Lotad. He's beautiful. Here's the one where I made Nate and Anna Pokemon trainers. I'm still very proud of those poses. I had to like stop and take photos of myself and how I wanted them to be, and that just kept using them as the reference. And that is some of my best pose work ever. I should have posted this one alone. I never did. More OC work. Can you tell I have low-key a favorite out of the trio? Ugh, these pages don't like laying flat because this is a spined book and not a spiral book. I think I prefer spiral for that very reason. I hate this one. Why does he look like the Virgin versus the Chad meme? Why? I was gonna make this outfit at some point. I probably still will someday. It's just not a priority anymore. Here are Pokemon drawings post Scarlet and Violet. Obviously you can tell by the Rika. This was the only commission that I ever was asked to draw. I made a good $20 off of it, and the client was happy. I don't know if I'm ever opening art commissions again because nobody wanted them and I'm not satisfied enough with my skill to sell it anymore. But if I keep at it, maybe someday. And these were the pages where I drew the starter lines. There are some things that I would change about them in this day and age. Like, I don't like Recumulate stance here. This is still the best looking one. Maybe I would refine the horns a little bit to make them look more pickaxe-like, because I don't think that comes across as nicely as I had envisioned when I first did it. I think Harpybus is cool, but I don't know if Water Dragon is a good starting type. It's my region, my rules. Here's a D&D character I never finished. She's a preppy cheerleader wizard who was cursed with lycanthropy and is trying to work her way through it. It was supposed to be a metaphor for puberty and coming into your own skin, but I never got to play that out. And here's Indigo. This was my first time drawing out their design. This was in a video too. I miss them. I miss their campaign. Ooh, there's a bit of a time jump here, because I think I drew this right after Generation Loss ended, and this around Christmas for a Secret Santa exchange. So I'm not sure why I went all the way back here to do that. Nimona! I love those wings! Why did I never post that one? This was when I was first getting into Critical Role and figuring out how I wanted to stylize the characters for fan art, and then I proceeded to not make any fan art and just cosplay them instead. I love how Fern turned out, though. Me and my boy Pat. Oh man, all of these unfinished sketches are real good. Should have done something more with that design too. Speaking of design, this was the first draft of my junior recital dress, which was very, very different than the result. I am so glad that that blue turquoise shading doesn't look weird. Oh, I really want to talk about this one. I was going to write this fan fiction, which was a Team Theorist superhero AU, where Matt Pat was a famous superhero in one of those fancy comic book cities, but he decided to retire because of his family and had to seek out and recruit a new team of heroes to take his place, and obviously that's Tom, Santi, Lee, and Amy. I could do so much more with these, and I might still. Like, these have potential. I think they could be upgraded a bit, especially Amy's. I don't really like hers. but yeah. This was the first design for the mermaid, and that also changed a whole lot. Her party TPK'd. She was the only survivor. The Pomni sketch and... ooh. This is another AU, based on Scarlet and Violet, but as if it were a fantasy RPG. Nimone is a monk, Arvin is a nature cleric, and Penny is a wizard. And I low-key want to make Wizard Penny as a costume build one day. But yeah, same story, except they are a TTRPG party. I also did some concept sketches for Carmine, Kieran, and the main character, player character, as a sorcerer, fighter, and paladin, respectively. These doodles just came about because I was bored and sad and needed something to do with my hands. A lot of bugs for some reason. This one was the last big thing I drew. It was Ellie Wish's birthday, so I had to do a present for her, as I do every year, because that's our friend thing. And this one I literally finished a couple minutes ago. I just needed my hands to do something again. So there's a candle on this page now. And then, well, would you look at that? So you might have gotten to this point and be wondering, Meg, why would you show us your college sketchbook if it isn't finished? Well, to answer that question, it's because I'm finished college. This might be better explained with my face on camera. Hold up. Okay, that's more like it. Alright, first and foremost, surprise! I managed to get extremely lucky and graduated early. So as of like a week ago, I am fully done with my degree. I have a BA in music now. I just had to switch to part-time and take just a handful of credits to meet my college's requirements for actually handing out diplomas. They're not called diplomas at this level, but the piece of paper. I can't get that unless I have X amount, apparently. What does this mean for you and for the channel? Not much at the moment. I do start my full-time arts job in January. Right now it's starting out a little slow, so I'm going to have free time to do this and all of my other creative stuff for a while. I mean forever, but I'm gonna have a lot of it for the first like month or two. So not much is going to change to my like monthly upload schedule. There might be a couple of shorts here and there because I'll have the time to actually make them and I actually feel motivated to, which is rare. But obviously the future is uncertain and things are going to pick up and I'm going to have to be a grown-up and do all the grown-up responsibilities. So stuff will eventually change. It won't immediately. But as things occur, I'll obviously post in the updates tab if there's like a major shift in schedule or I have to go on hiatus for whatever reason. I did keep this all off of the internet because there were a lot of other things going on behind the scenes that I needed to figure out before I said, hey, I'm done and I'm a grown-up now. Because it's really complicated if you've never been through the American higher education system. But yeah, that's basically it. This whole video was a ruse to tell you all that I am no longer in music school and that I graduated. Thank you for watching and for sticking with me through literally all of college if you've been here since then. I am glad that I've had this as something to do for that entire time, and I know that running a YouTube channel isn't going to be a forever thing because life comes first. But it's just such a nice outlet for all of the creative things that I haven't always had the time to do during my studies and now during work. That's still so weird to say. I have no idea where I was going with any of this. Just thank you. Thank you a lot. Bye.